Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm sharing my first of 3 strength training routines that I do every single week. This first routine is focused on lifting heavy weights with low repetitions, which is a great complement to running. Why? Because during your runs, you are doing plenty of high rep and low weight exercises, so your body really can benefit from this different kind of stimulus. These runner specific routines are ones I've developed over the years to keep myself injury free, and I hope they can help you too. Let's dive into the workouts. We start with a simple warm-up. Keep your hands and arms up over your head as you squat as deep as you can without leaning forward too much. Even though I'm not super flexible, I'm always working on improving. Focus on form, not speed. Next, we are going into a weighted squat. With heavier weights, we are focusing on low reps, 2 sets of 4. For the first set, use a slightly lighter weight to ease into it. Keep your back straight, look ahead or slightly upward, and push your hips and butt back as you squat down. Your knees shouldn't extend past your toes. If you don't have a squat rack, no worries. You can use dumbbells or even milk jugs full of water or sand as an alternative. For the calf raises, load up the weight and focus on keeping your big toes pushed down into the floor to maintain alignment. Perform 4 to 6 reps for 2 sets. Make sure your legs are mostly straight, but keep soft knees and you are really focusing on controlling the motion. The Bulgarian split squat is a fantastic exercise for runners. Set up by sitting on a bench, extend one leg in front of you, and keep your foot in place. That's the correct distance between your foot and the bench for the exercise. Keep your torso straight and focus on pushing your hips back while maintaining knee alignment, knee over ankle. This makes your torso to bend forward slightly and really activates your glutes. I usually do 2 sets of 4 to 6 reps here. For seated calf raises, the same principle applies as standing ones. Focus on pushing through your big toes. Perform 2 sets of 4 to 6 reps with a challenging weight. It's all about control here. Lower your heels slowly. Next, we will work on the deadlift. Stand with your shins close to the barbell and feet about shoulder width apart. Keep your back straight, look ahead or slightly upward, and hinge your hips back as you grab the bar. Lift with your hips, not your back. This one should really target your glutes and hamstrings. Go for 2 sets of 4 to 6 reps here. Nordic hamstring curls are incredible for hamstrings. You will need a partner or something to anchor your feet. If you are new to these, it's okay to use a pole for support. Keep your pelvis tucked under and avoid bending forward from the waist. This keeps the focus on your hamstrings. If you are just starting, do 2 sets of 3 to 5 reps and gradually work up to more. Initially, you will want to just focus on the negative or downward part of the rep and get assistance coming back up. For the next exercise, you can use resistance band or a cable machine if you have access to one. With a slightly forward lean but straight body position, drive your knee up high while keeping your supporting hip stable. This mimics the motion of running and really activates your glutes and hip flexors. Do 2 sets of 4 to 6 reps. This exercise called the Copenhagen side plank, and it's a game changer for groin and adductor injuries. If you are new to it, start by placing your knee on a bench, and as you get stronger, progress to having your ankles on the bench. Eventually, you can add weight to make it more challenging, like I do in this video. I do 2 sets of 10-second holds per side, focusing on keeping my body straight and avoiding rotation. After focusing on so many miles of running and all the lower body work, it's important to balance things out with some upper body exercises. Start with a basic bench press. Grab the bar wider than shoulder width and lower it to your chest. For me, I know I'm hitting to the right depth when the bar touches my chest. You can also use dumbbells if you don't have access to a barbell. Go for 2 sets of 4 to failure. Now let's hit the abs. For weighted sit-ups, place the weight on your shins and sit up. Grab the weight and reach it over your head. Be sure to keep your back flat on the ground. Don't arch your back. I typically do 2 sets of 10 reps here, with each rep counting as one complete motion from sitting up, reaching overhead, and returning the weight. Next, we'll focus on the lower abs. Hold the weight above your head and lift your hips off the ground with straight legs, or bend if you're still working on flexibility like I do. I do 2 sets of 10 for this one as well. For obliques, we will do the classic Russian twist, but with a heavier weight. Keep your legs steady and focus on using your obliques, so don't swivel your legs left to right. Don't let your feet touch the ground. Aim for 2 sets of 10 reps per side. This next one is a bit more dynamic and it's great for stabilizing your core. Place a block or similar object between your elbow and knee. Lower your arm and leg, same side. Then reach up toward your toes or knees if you are not quite there yet. Then change to your other elbow for another 10 repeat. This was one side, so switch after it's done. This move helps with rotation and targets stabilizing muscles. This one I picked up from Gabby, one of her favorites from yoga class. And that's it for today's routine. This is my full strength training routine for Tuesdays, focused primarily on lower body and core. Fridays are all about single leg exercises and upper body, while Sunday focused on the small stabilizing muscles that are key to staying injury free. I plan to film those routines soon as well, so stay tuned. This routine usually takes me about 35 to 45 minutes to complete. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching and stay healthy.